Okay, so you have to like turn down your volume. So, hello everyone and good morning. My name is Amana Alkali and I welcome you to this session of Comet Cube's live training and webinar for people who own businesses or who want personal and professional development. Now, at Comet Cubes, we're a digital agency that aims to help businesses to grow themselves and develop themselves. And also for individuals and people, we make sure that we focus on personal development and professional development. We're just an emergent digital agency. And in the services we offer, we discovered that a lot of people don't even know reasons why they should improve on their personal lives. And even though they know these reasons, they tend to not understand how to go about it. So, we now brought up the idea of saying we will be organizing live webinars where people can come, learn how they can develop themselves, build themselves, and also make sure that they are advancing and progressing in their lives. So, please join us as we go on this session. Today, I'm not the one that will be taking the webinar. I have someone awesome here. But before I introduce this person, please let me know if you can hear me, if my audio is getting to you, and also if you want to share who you are with us by way of introduction, feel free to do so and what you do. Thank you. Okay, Osai Daniel, thank you for indicating that you can hear me. I believe
I can
everyone.
hear you loud and clear.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, without much ado, one of the beautiful things that we do in this webinar is we don't like taking a lot of time. So we make sure our talk is between 20 to 30 minutes, and then we have our question and answer sessions, and we go because we understand that people have things to do and we wouldn't want to now keep you beyond the desired time. So, again, I won't be the one taking the, the session today. With us here today is someone that is a Web3 and DeFi coach. He has spent time, or would I say years, in training over 30,000 people in the Web3 and digital space. And he has that mindset that financial freedom is attainable. To enable him do that, he understands unique selling point and what the unique selling point of a person can do to that person's brand or business. I believe you must have seen the flyer for this webinar, but if you've not seen the flyer for this webinar, then ladies and gentlemen, I give you Coach Seth Kilter, who is going to take us on this 30-minute session on the unique selling point, how you can sell your product and how you can make sure that your business is also moving as you want it to through that USP angle. Please give it up and welcome Seth, Coach Seth Kilter. Please, Coach Seth, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Good
Thank you so
morning.
much. I almost wanted to say Toastmaster Daniel because I know him through Toastmasters Club. Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Coach Seth, and um, I can see a lot of people here. I can see Usman, I can see Igwede, I can see Ayotomiwa. Okay, if you can hear me, I would like you to do a reaction in the comments or okay, simply react. Thank you, Samuel Osai Daniel rather. Osai Daniel is one of my students, I can tell. Okay. And it is awesome. Thank you so much once again. My name is Seth Kilter, and he has rightly explained, I am a DeFi coach and also in the Web3 space. I've trained a lot of people. So I started my journey in the online space 2019. So right now I'm over 5 years in the online business world, at least. Even if I I don't have anything to say, the years and my experience must have taught me one or two things that I should at least say. Okay, so today, when Amana reached out to me and told me about this, I said it's an amazing thing I would love to always do because I enjoy doing business and I feel the world revolve around business. Everybody on this call right now, the reason why you are here is because of business. Okay, every single thing you are wearing, everything you are doing, the phone you are using, this Google meeting that we're using, that we're leveraging right now, is because of business. Somebody made it possible for you to be able to use it. That is why you are using whatever you are using right now. So business is very crucial. If you don't if you say you don't want to do business, then I'm sorry for you. People who are doing business will rule you, and you will definitely work for those who are doing business. It's either you are doing business or you're working for somebody who is doing the business. There's no two way around it. It is something that you must definitely get involved. So today I choose the topic unique selling strategy, unique selling points rather. So in fact, what I really what I told Amana was unique selling strategy, but the topic came out as a unique selling point. Now, these are terminologies. Sorry, I didn't prepare any slide for this, but I'm sure you're going to get the best out of this, and I'm sure you are writing something down because there's no way you will not write something. In fact, okay, so now there are three things I would like to talk about so that you can be able to understand these three things and how you can differentiate these three things and how you can push your business to the next level. The first thing is unique selling point, which is what our topic is all about. The second is unique selling strategy. And then the third is unique selling mechanism. If you are able to understand and distinguish between these three things, then your business will be unstoppable. I have just 30 minutes for me to deliver this session, for me to show you this. And in these 30 minutes, I will try to walk you through these three things and so that you can be able to distinguish yourself and then know how you can win in your whatever you're doing. I don't know what business you're doing or anything you're selling whatsoever. So first of all, I always like to share my story because there's nothing that makes me unique from everyone here, if not my story. Anybody could just go to the web and Google all these things I'm about to tell you, or you could simply sit and watch one or two YouTube videos and you're fine. But what distinguishes what we are having right now with what is out there is my unique story and your unique story. Now, unique selling points, unique selling mechanism. As a business owner in 2019, when I started my business, I I personally I love digital business or online business. I don't know why. The truth is I should I say lazy? No, let me not say lazy anyway, but lazy in a very good way. When I mean lazy, I cut down anything that wastes time and focus on things that gives me result fast. And I feel that is one of the best thing that's kept me going. So when I started out, I said, what kind of business am I going to do? And I realized that any business that is online, any business virtual, it is fast. You understand? It is fast. You can reach out to people wherever, regardless of where you are, and you can be able to get results as quickly as you can, and you can be able to scale that business regardless of anything. So that's why I choose an online business. So everybody have what works for them. For me, prefer 2019 when I started. I couldn't make anything because I did not understand. I failed to understand all these things. These three things I just mentioned to you. So 2020, I also was struggling. 2021 was the time I started getting results, and there are so many factors and many things that made me to start getting results. It was simply after I started understanding these things. I have just these three things. Now, I started with affiliate marketing, right? Then I started with affiliate marketing. And I noticed that just like how in life everything there's 80 the 80-20 rule, it applies to everything. I noticed that the top guys that are selling, they are doing something different. Now, one thing that I got to realize that started giving me results is this thing I'm going to explain to you right now. People who succeed in business, they don't just succeed by what people tell them. Now, let me tell you, you want to succeed in business. Now, if you go and meet the most successful business person that you know, right? They will give you advice. They will give you advice. They tell you, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. The truth is, those things that they are telling you might not give you the results. It might give you a guiding path, right? But it might not give you the result. Now, what works for me was something very unique. I understood one thing, which was following what they say. So any business from today, take this as a secret from me. Like I've never told anyone this thing before, but this is actually what works for me like crazy. I meet all the top guys. Sometimes I pay them for their mentorship. I do everything, follow their mentorship, follow their classes, follow them back to back, and all those things. I realized that what they are saying was not really necessarily what they are actually doing. What they are doing is totally different. So what made me start getting results was I started studying these guys. Now, listening to them is one thing, but studying them is another thing. Studying something that works is different from just somebody giving you information. Anybody could just tell you anything and allow you to go. But what will actually make you to understand what is giving people results for you to apply is when you study it. And when it comes to studying, you need to be very, very obsessed with what is giving these people results. There's this time I heard the story of Sam Walton. Sam Walton, if anybody knows Sam Walton, I'm sure everybody here is a business minded person. Majority of us might know Sam Walton. He's the owner of Walmart, he's the founder of Walmart. There was this time he was arrested in Brazil. There's this time he was arrested in Brazil and he was locked in a Brazil jail. So his family were looking for him. They couldn't know where he was, and they started searching. And they realized he traveled to Brazil. Okay, whatever. They went and saw him in a cell in Brazil, and it was like, what? They were telling the people, like, do you know who is this? This is a billionaire, and this is one of the richest people in the world. How comes you carried him and you locked him in a prison? Like, are you crazy? Do you know that this man can be able to buy the whole of your country and all this? Then they now ask him, what? How come you ended up here? He said he went to, is it one of their shops there, and he was taking measurement of how their shop spaces, or is it, I've forgotten the places their spaces are. You understand? In a particular business, he's trying to study their what makes them succeed in that business than the rest of the world. That was when they now arrested him and they thought maybe he was trying to do something. You understand? So he takes his time to go and study what really works. So if you want to succeed in anything, in your business, in everything, you need to study. Don't just hear words, okay? You need to study. Now let's go to what I understood what this selling unique selling strategy, and unique selling mechanism. The first thing is a unique selling point. This is the first thing you need to understand. Now, when I studied those that were succeeding in affiliate marketing and I that wasn't succeeding, I realized that every one of them has a unique selling point. They have a unique selling point. And what is a unique selling point? Unique selling point is that unique thing that makes your business stand out from every other person. Okay. So now, let me use this example very simply. Now, let's assume let me use, okay, the people that are here, there's Kelechiku, I don't know you. and there's is it Igwede? I don't know you two. So that let me use two people that this is my first time of knowing. So and Igwede. Sorry if I not pronounce your name properly. Pardon me for that. Let's say both of you want to start doing biscuit business, want to go into biscuit business, and then Kelechuku, he just know that they can do biscuits. He knows how to do biscuits. He knows how to do biscuit, and he wants people to buy his biscuits. Simple. So he creates the dough, what they normally create the biscuits, sugar, flour, milk, and all, bake the biscuit and start selling. That is what is working. That is what Kelechiku knows that is working, which is normal. That is normal thing. But Igwede Igwede wants to sell same biscuit, but he understands that if he is to do what Kelechiku is doing, maybe Kelechiku maybe has more money, more resources, more everything than him, and he also wants to do biscuit. He knows how to do biscuit, but if he follows the same route, Kelechiku might want to reduce the prices of his biscuit, and outsell Igwede, sorry, and all that. There is no way you have any way
Exactly.
you can be able to outdo Kelechuku in your
Yes,
business.
project.
You understand? Or there is no way people can be able to separate what Kele, because one thing that makes people buy things is
No, it
when
does.
what's different. You understand?
Mm.
So now
Okay.
what
Next time.
Igwe they will now do is they'll say, okay, I'll do my own biscuit, but now instead of using sugar, I'm going to be using honey to bake my biscuit. Now, that honey that you're using now to do your biscuit is a unique selling point. So whenever you're telling people about it or anything, you just say, my own biscuit is made with honey. It is different from every other biscuit that anybody knows. That is a unique selling point. Okay, at that point in time now, you have differentiated from Kelechi. So if somebody wants to eat biscuit now, you see a biscuit with honey, and you see a biscuit with um, see a biscuit with what they call it, with normal sugar. You know, everybody will want to go for honey because honey has a lot of health benefits. It might not it might it's because it's not sugar, right? It has a lot of health benefits. It can help people improve their health and all those things. Who wants to go for Igwede's biscuits more than Kelechi? Or many people, anybody that just go to the market, you will want to buy something different because every biscuit out there is baked with sugar and all that. So something different, that unique, that's what we call the unique selling point. That is what differentiates you. So if somebody just go to the market now, he just wants to buy biscuits.
It's good.
When you now show them, you present it to them. Everybody wants to
Till it
live
like
a long life, and everybody wants to live better. So immediately they just see it, they say,
no, it's okay.
I want this person's own other than this other person. That's what unique selling
I'm gonna
point
sit down
is.
here.
That is what makes businesses succeed. Anybody that's successful in a business, you must have a unique selling point. There is nothing much, nothing less. You must have that uniqueness, as the name applies, unique selling point. So the next other thing is the um, unique selling mechanism. Now the unique selling mechanism. Now, a lot of people might get this twisted,
Hello,
right?
ma.
So there is a
Okay.
way
I'm in a meeting
it is
now.
being done,
That webinar I told you.
aside from you just
But I've
baking
texted
your biscuit with
and
honey,
they didn't
from
respond.
Kelechi's one that is being baked with sugar and flour.
And then
There is a
like
procedure that is being
dropped my
done.
voice
Let's
note.
say, for instance, now there is this there's this biscuit that we normally eat called shortbread, right? A lot of people like it, even me, I liked it, right? It looks different. It looks like bread, but it's biscuit. You understand? Now, maybe Kelechi is just doing every other kind of biscuit, like um, let's just say cabin biscuit, because cabin biscuit is very popular. All these things, but
Sorry.
now your own is looking like a short bread, and it is being baked with honey. I hope you guys are following. If you are following, comment. I am following. Okay, I want to. I just want to flow. I do this thing all the time, so they need to be flowing. Somebody should write, "I am following. I am following." Thank you, Usman. It shows you're following. Okay, fantastic. Good day. Thank you so much, Osai Daniel. So you need to be able to differentiate this thing, right? That is the unique selling point, and there is a mechanism to how it works. There's a mechanism to how you are able to create the shortbread, and there is other biscuits, but you have a procedure. Maybe there's you have a particular what do you call it, machine that produces yours that is different from what everybody is doing. So if everybody are doing their biscuit cycle, yours is coming as box, but it looks in a fluffy, different way, a crispy way. You understand? That is the unique mechanism, and then the unique selling point. So these are I've explained the two things. This unique selling point, you are baking yours with honey. Every other person is using what do you call it? Is using water and all that, and sugar and all that. But you are using honey. Then you are baking it in a certain way that is different from what every other person is baking. Then the last thing is unique selling strategy. Unique selling strategy is the strategy of how you use to market your product. The strategy you use to present this from everybody. So now the strategy you are using could be different. Now, Kelechi and every other person probably they are placing their biscuits on a stand, or they are using WhatsApp. Right, WhatsApp is very popular. Everybody is posting on their status. Everybody's posting on the status. But what if you have a unique way of of selling it? Um, probably people come to a particular store to come and get it. You can't get the biscuit anywhere else. I'm just using that as an example. Like if you don't come to so store, you can't get it. Or if you go to any store, it is being kept in a separate way. Or if you one, you buy one, you get it at 100 naira. But if you buy four, you get four at 300 naira. It's one extra. It is a strategy you are bringing to the marketing. It is a strategy you are bringing that is different. So now I hope you're able to understand the three things: the unique selling point, the unique selling mechanism, and the unique selling strategy. Now, bringing us back to the topic, which is the unique selling point, it is very, very important that, in fact, you can't have the other one, you can't have unique selling mechanism and unique selling strategy without the unique selling point. The unique selling point is the unique selling point is the first thing that you have to tackle first. So right now, you're a business owner or you're a service provider or whatever you're doing. What is that thing? What is that new ingredient that you can be able to add to what you're doing that will separate what you're doing from what everyone else is doing? That is the question. That is the question. So it depends. It's vary from business to business. Okay, so when I was talking about my story, I I started studying people who were successful in the field then. It was affiliate marketing then. I started studying to know what people who are successful in affiliate marketing are doing different. And one unique selling point, because unique selling point is not just one, right? There's so many things. It can be so many things. Okay, it can be so many things. Yes, it can be so many things, right? One thing that stood out for me that I understood that people or the top guys were doing that was different than what everyone else was doing was they use they are all practicing attraction marketing. They were all practicing attraction marketing. They were that is attraction marketing now. It's not just the selling point; it is the strategy. Okay, because strategy has marketing is the strategy. So they were practicing what we call attraction marketing, which is they were not chasing people. Okay, everything that they wanted was coming to them. The business, the clients, the prospects, and everything. The system was inverted from what everybody else was doing. So everybody else was looking for people that will buy their product, sending people random DM, cold DM, and everything. But these guys who are at the top, it was the other way for them. People were sending them message instead. People were coming to them instead. People, they were now like serving as a consultant instead of them being a marketer. So like these guys, one of my mentor then used to tell me about people that are selling Gbogbo Nishi. I know everybody, you know Gbogbo Nishi or Baba Ije, what's the name of this thing? Baba Isha. There's one anything that they used to sell then, Baba Isha. Then he used to ask me, what's the difference between people that sell Gbogbo Nishi or Baba Isha and a medical doctor? And I was like, okay, the Baba Isha guys, they are always hawking medicine around. You don't see them, they don't even look, they don't look like somebody that can solve your problem. And they'll tell you they have one product that can solve headache, solve meningitis, solve back pain, solve menstrual flow, like so many things. And they will be around everywhere shouting, shouting, disturbing your peace. But when you're not feeling fine, you know when you're having issues, you go to the hospital, you go and see a doctor, and the doctor will even charge you, he will charge you more. He will charge you like a very good amount of money for whatever services you want to render. And you pay handsomely, you pay joyfully. But somebody will come with Magani Baba Aisha and you'll be telling you it's 100 naira and you'll still be having doubts to buy. It is because of their strategy. It's because they have something, they are looking different. So if you are able to place yourself in a way that people will be looking at you as the number one go-to whenever they have any problem,
This not
then
happen.
you are done. Like you have solved whatever problem that you have with your business. People will always come and they will never run out. You will never run out of customers. So having a unique selling point is key. Having a unique selling mechanism is also important, and having a strategy which is also unique to selling whatever you're
That's
selling
what I'm thinking.
is
Like,
very,
how
very
we
important. Very, very important. So
just like
I
that.
think um at this juncture I have said everything I need to say for you to be able to have at least clarity on this. So I don't know, is we can entertain question, right?
Yes, please. Yes, please. We can entertain questions. Um, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes.
So if anyone have question, maybe you have question from what I just said, or maybe there's something I've said you need more clarity on, let me know.
Okay. Are we done with the main session?
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Thank you so
We're done.
much. That's wonderful. Please, if you can help us put together your hands for Coach Seth. You can. Thank you so much, Asai Daniel. Thank you, Usman Keke. Thank you, Kelechuku. I believe it has been a good day. Thank you. I believe it has been impactful. I see that there are questions already. So yes, now we head to the question and answer session. And thank you for keeping the time, Coach Seth. It was an insightful session. I can tell you that. At least, if nothing, I want to try shortbread and honey. That's what has been ringing in my head. Yeah, then as I was trying shortbread and honey, I believe everyone understands that there is unique selling point and there's unique selling strategy. This has been an impactful session. And thank you again for your time. Thank you for the explanation. So we have some questions. I believe in the chat box, we have one from Osai Daniel. He says, how can we narrow down our focus to get good results? How can we narrow down our focus to get good results? I believe it's business he's referring to. So please tell us.
Okay, that's a great question. Okay, so before I answer your question, like there's this book called Mastery by Robert Greene. I think everybody should read it. Anybody who wants to succeed in anything should read it. And a few days ago, I was watching um, a video, a YouTube video from Robert Greene, and he was talking about how he wonders how people in this generation will succeed, right? Because every time he sees that he has a cousin, sorry, a nephew, that the nephew is always doing so many things. He's doing so many things, and he's wondering how is that boy going to succeed? Because he knows that truly what makes people succeed is focus. To make what make people succeed is to focus. So you have to have this priority list of what you're doing. You have to prioritize things, and there are precedence to these priorities. When I talk about precedence, you need to know things of higher priority, you need to know things of lower priority, and you need to know things of mid priority. So, if you are able to differentiate what are higher priority and then differentiate things that are mid priority and things that are less priority, then the things of higher priorities, you focus on them and focus on them 100. When I mean focusing on them, you have to make sure you stay on that one thing for a minimum of 6 months, okay, before you see you start thinking about any other thing. That is how you can be able to focus. Okay, it is very important to have it in your mind that you want to stick to something, and you stick to something even if you are getting results or you are not getting results for a very long period, at least minimum of 6 months. Okay, that is how you succeed. Anybody that's successful, right? Go and study them, go and check their life. You notice that they are on one thing for a long period. That is what focusing is. There's no any word that best explaining. Just do one thing for a long period. So if you read the book Mastery, it talks about how for you to succeed at anything, you have to spend at least 10,000 hours on practicing a particular skill. Okay, so that's not a small thing. 10,000 hours is a long period. But if you keep doing it over time, you become good and you become better. You get better result. I hope that answers your question, Osai.
Okay. Sorry. Hello, Daniel. I hope your question was answered. I believe your question was answered. If you have a follow up question, if you have a follow up question, or whoever has a follow up question can ask their questions. Oh, glad to hear that you got value, Daniel. Glad to hear that you got value. So, who else has a follow up question, or if you have any question concerning unique selling point, concerning unique selling strategy, but business wise too? So, Coach Seth has also trained people to, make money on their own. So, it's something that I believe you can use this time to ask him how you can, make money or how you can use your business to make money. Okay, Nafisa, thank you for joining us and you're welcome. Please ask your question if you have any.
Good morning.
Good
So I
morning.
just finished the presentation and I basically missed everything that happened here. Can you
Uh,
please light it for me?
okay, first we're recording and we're going to share the recording with you. Regardless,
Okay.
yes, regardless, I believe you're asking for a summary, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so Coach Seth, Nafisa is one of the dedicated persons that we have at Comet Minds, and I can tell you for a fact that she's interested in her personal development and her business development. So please, if you'll be kind enough to use a few minutes to just summarize what you have shared here, we will be interested and glad. Thank you.
Okay, okay, Nafisa. Nice to have you. So what everything in summary I talked about uh, unique selling points, and I talked about unique selling mechanism and unique selling strategy. So in the proper view, you need to understand these three things for you to be able to understand what unique selling point is. The unique selling point is a special thing that separates any business from any other business, your business from every other business. So I used the example of two guys baking biscuits, and I said if person A baked his biscuits the normal way every biscuit is being baked, and person B baked his own instead of using the normal recipe, added something different. That makes it a unique selling point. So let's say person A biscuit is biscuit, because how biscuit is being created is through how it's being baked is using flour, sugar, milk, and all those stuff. But what if person B now bakes his own biscuits using the same flour, milk, but instead of sugar, he added honey, and the taste and everything about it becomes different. So now that is the person's B's unique selling point. Now everyone else is using sugar, but person B choose to um, use honey. Automatically, it gives them a unique selling point. That's what differentiates all these pizza huts from Domino's Pizza, all these other ice creams you take from what they call it, Cold Stone. You understand? These are what they do that gives them the differences. And I then talk about the unique selling mechanism. The unique selling mechanism now is the procedures in which, or the processes in which this unique selling point is being executed. So maybe everybody else they use a normal machine, but yours has a different kind of machine and is being prepared by let's say maybe a particular kind of engineer that is different from everyone, and the way the biscuits comes in is different. Maybe everybody's biscuits are coming in cycle, but yours comes in a bread like manner or in a bread like shape, and I used short bread biscuits for an example. So that already gives you a difference from what everyone else is doing. And then I also talked about the unique selling strategy. The strategy now is the marketing way, the way you market your business. Is it what everyone else is doing? Everyone else are placing theirs in every store out there, or people, or they are keeping their biscuits in front for everybody to come and buy. But maybe you have a specific section in a particular kind of um, uh, should I say supermarket, or a particular unique kind of place to sell it different. It is what will make you stand out. So let me use the example of unique selling strategy. That is what ShopRite does, right?
Right.
Anywhere you go, it's just a ShopRite. You know, this is ShopRite. Don't need any convenience. There are so many supermarkets out there, but if you see ShopRite, it is ShopRite. It rings a bell. It's something that is different. They have a unique selling point, unique selling mechanism, and a unique selling strategy. Unique selling strategy is the name, the way they present it. You always know that how ShopRite looks is always different from how every other supermarket looks. That is their unique selling mechanism. So, strategy. So everybody you might always want to get it twisted, but as with time you'll be able to understand their differences. And if you keep doing business, you must, for you to succeed in your business, you must be able to differentiate these three things and be able to use them. There's no way you can't succeed in business if you don't know how to use these three things. There's no way you can succeed. So that's just basically what I have said. And I also used myself as an example because I have been in the online business world for more than 5 years now, and I know what works and I know what doesn't, and I have seen what has actually given me the results. So, Nefisa, I hope you understand from here. Probably when you watch the replay, then you'll be able to grasp it more.
Okay. Thank you. I get it so far.
Okay, thank you, Coach Seth, and thank you for going over your notes again and what you've explained. Nafisa, I hope this suffices, but like he said, the recording will be available. We'll put it on our YouTube channel so that you can follow through with it. Okay. So, Coach Seth, we are grateful and we say thank you. He also has a platform where he teaches people on DeFi and Web3. So, if you're interested, you can join him there and he can motivate you and also maybe show you the ropes on what he does. Would you like to talk about it for 2 minutes?
Oh, okay, yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. What I basically do in the DeFi space, which is decentralized finance is a kind of finance that is different from the normal finance that we know. From the word DeFi, it means something that there's no entity, there's no one
Which
person
one
in
is the
control of it,
where's the snap?
and it
You
allows
even know this
money to
Snapchat.
be used differently, flexible, and secured, very secured. That's why you see Donald Trump always pushing things about cryptocurrencies and all these things. It's
Everyone.
because cryptocurrency is decentralized finance. And then one of the good things with this is if you are able to get in early, you are able to harness this thing, you'll be able to reap or benefit a whole lot from it. When you talk about Bitcoin is the first decentralized currency. Okay, people
People,
think Bitcoin is
Ikweza
crypto, or people
Bukuru.
think Bitcoin is
In
decentral.
Yoruba,
Okay,
Edapo.
people don't understand their differences. Okay, but let me just break it for you.
So you use the
Bitcoin
Bible.
is an example of cryptocurrency. It is not
That's why
cryptocurrency itself.
I
So
have
many people, if you tell them about cryptocurrency, they just say Bitcoin. That's the only thing they know, BTC, and that's all. But Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is just from a word encrypt and currency. So encrypt and currency, meaning encrypt from the word secure, right? And currency, meaning secured currency. And the first of its kind is Bitcoin. So if you are here, probably in 2000, I'm sure everybody here must have been around since 2009. In 2009, one of that Bitcoin is around 10 cents. 10 cents. And in Naira, that should be around 14 Naira for
one
one.
for Bitcoin.
If you have had 1,000 naira to spare, which I'm sure everybody here in
You know,
2009 must have had 1,000 naira,
so
they
I
can
could just
literally throw away and nothing will happen to them. If you
now
have
Bitcoin is
used 1,000 naira and bought Bitcoin, then you would have gotten over 67 units of it. And today, that same 1,000 naira would have been worth over 8.7 billion naira. 8.7 billion naira. Why? Because of the power of this decentralized
but again, I
finance.
was young
So,
then.
right now, there are so many currencies out there
By an
that
ad,
have this same capability, and they are definitely going to
out
do well
for
than Bitcoin within the next
43 million.
coming years. So, it is now left for you to be able to identify those coins and you get hold of them. Okay, because
70,000.
all what we are doing at the end of the day is to
Is
pursue financial freedom. So what I literally do is to help people identify those coin or those projects that we do well and let them be educated about
and
it,
I was
get on it, and then they can be able to use it to
now
secure their financial future while it is still
yesterday it was
cheap.
216.
So that's basically what I do. So if you would like to find out more, you can check me out. I'm in the community anyway. You can message me or you could send me a message on either Facebook,
Crazy.
Twitter, or Instagram. My full name, if you write Seth Kilter or
No,
Kilter Seth,
any big
LinkedIn,
money I have,
you're
I will
going to
just
see me
buy the one
and
of
we
them.
can get the ball rolling. So thank you so much, Hamana. I really appreciate.
Yes, thank you, Coach Seth. We're glad, and it's wonderful to have you. At least with your experience in business, you've been able to show us the ropes when it comes to unique selling point, unique selling strategy. And I'm sure everyone here took something, and they'll be taking something home as well. So thank you. And yes, like you've mentioned, cryptocurrency is an interesting subject. Myself, I have been doing cryptocurrency for a while, but on a personal level. And again, I find it interesting because the truth is, now to 10 years, the world is going to use virtual digital currencies. If not 10 years, then in 20 years. By the time you have your children and your children are going to the university, you'll see how that the digital currency must have taken shape. So even as a lawyer now, I'm working towards mass adoption for cryptocurrency. So I even have a page. If you want, you can take a look at it and subscribe to it. I write time to time on that page. I'm going to share here now on cryptocurrency and the regulatory side of tech. So you can follow this link I just shared. Extra Tech Corner, that's what we call the place. And you'll see everything that I do there on cryptocurrency and the rest of that. So thank you for joining us. Please, is there anyone with further questions or something? And then we can close. I want us to close in 2, 3 minutes. So any further questions? Yeah, I doubt there's or there are further questions. So thank you again, Coach Seth. Thank you for enlightening us. We'll be glad to have you come back again some other time. Thank you, Usman Keke, for joining. Thank you, Egode Kome, for joining. Thank you, Osai Daniel, for joining. And thank you, Kelechku Young. Kelechku is our community manager. Nafisa Isa, we're glad you're able to make it even after your presentation. And we hope your presentation went well as well. Now, for Comet Minds, you may wonder what we do at Comet Minds. Initially, I explained and I told you that Comet Cubes were a digital agency that focuses on content, media, and technology. That's the meaning of Comet in Comet Cubes. And the cubes carry those three angles. Now, for us, we tailor our content, media, and technology. Okay, Osai Daniel, you can talk to Kelechuku Young. You can talk to Kelechuku Young. So, for Comet Cubes, we focus on personal, professional, and business development for people because we understand that even in your business, sometimes you are stuck and you are thinking, what next in my business? What can I do next? How can I develop my business or how can I develop myself to become what I need to become? And sadly, we find that young people too get depressed because they don't know, okay, what can I do with my life next? So that's why we now brought about a Comet Minds community. So Comet Minds community is a community where we encourage people to develop themselves. We encourage people to build themselves personally, professionally, and business wise. We make sure that in that community, time to time, for instance, we have a book of the month right now that we're going to put into motion. That's The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel. With that psychology of money, we believe that you would know or you would be able to use money and know how the money thinking works. So, if you're willing to join us, you can contact Kelechuku Young and he's going to take you through the ropes. Invite your friends as well. We will be having, or we have these webinars time to time. And this is, I think, about the fifth webinar we've had, the fourth or the fifth webinar we've had, where we teach people how to engage with their personal lives, business lives, and professional lives. The last time we had LinkedIn, the last time we had a talk on LinkedIn and why LinkedIn is important for you. We're going to have that talk again because attendance at that meeting was not as much. And so we believe that people should have that knowledge again. So we'll have that again. So thank you for joining. Join us on Comet Minds, join us on Comet Cubes, and let's make ourselves better. Goodbye. See you next time.